Hey there viewer. In today's video I will be discussing basic rotational mistakes at each rank and how you can stop making those same mistakes over and over. In this video I'll be discussing the ranks from bronze all the way up to supersonic legend, so there's surely going to be something in here for you. Also, as a quick side note, some of the things I discuss at the lower ranks do still apply for higher ranks. So be sure to pay close attention to the tips I've got to give today, as they might still improve your gameplay even though you're a higher level player. Now, without further ado guys, let's head straight into the video. Wait. Before we go into today's video, I want to announce a quick giveaway which I'm currently doing on my Discord server. As soon as my YouTube channel reaches 100 subscribers, I will be giving away 1000 credits to one of the members in my Discord. So, all you have to do to enter this giveaway is 1. Be subscribed to me, and 2. Join the Discord, and obviously react to the giveaways channel. And that's basically it. So, all you have to do is just subscribe and join the Discord. Easy 1k credits. And with that out of the way, let's head straight into the video. So, we're going to start this video off with the first rank, which is bronze. And if you are a bronze currently watching this video, there's really only one mistake I can point out in rotations. You're a bronze. You don't rotate. Now, don't get me wrong, but if you are a bronze currently looking to learn how to rotate, you might be focusing on the wrong things in Rocket League. My advice for you would be, don't focus on rotations. Instead, focus on hitting the ball consistently. Rocket League is a challenging game and you're obviously new to it, so learn how to get consistent with the ball and start to get a feel for the field around you and your own positioning on it. Alright, so next up on the list is silvers. Now, there's one big difference that separates a silver from a bronze, and that is hitting the ball. And they are very enthusiastic about doing so. So enthusiastic in fact that at this point I would call them zombies. Now, all jokes aside, unfortunately, one of the main problems with silvers is that they continuously chase after the ball. There is no rotating other than, well, rotating back to the ball after they've missed hitting it. Also, one of the things I've noticed with silvers is that they forget their teammates exist. So, before you start focusing on rotations, there's a few other things I'd like you to focus on first. First of all, I'd like you to become aware of the field around you. There's a lot more you can do on the field than just directly chase after the ball. Start focusing on moving away from the ball every once in a while to maybe grab boost or to check where your opponents are currently positioned. The last thing I want silvers to focus on is their actual mechanics. Yes, you can hit the ball now more often than when you were a bronze, but there's still so much to learn, so focus on getting more consistent by doing training packs. And I know, I might be repeating myself from bronzes, but that's because silvers do make a lot of the same mistakes. Next up is gold, and this is where players actually start to become good at the game. They've got the basics down, they know how to flip and jump, and they even use the walls at times. Unlike silvers, gold actually take a bit more time to think about what they're doing at times, and that can lead them to actually scoring some pretty neat goals. Now, don't get me wrong, gold still chase a lot just like silvers, and they're often too close to the play, which leads to awkward balls for their teammates and often gets them scored on. It is because of this chasing behaviour that they're often still too close to the teammate, which leads them to go for balls which they realistically shouldn't go for. A good example of this behaviour is the following clip. These two teammates are both going for the same ball, but since they're way too close to each other and since they're overcommitting, they're both going for it and they nearly get scored on. Instead of both going for the ball, his teammate should have rotated behind him, which is called a back post rotation. Now, if there's anyone in the Rocket League community that can teach you back boost rotations, it's going to be Wayton. He's got an amazing video on how to back boost rotate, which I'll link in the description below. The final piece of advice which I want to give to golds is learn when to commit. If your teammate's already going for the ball, give him space and go for the possible rebound. Overcommitting is probably one of the main reasons why you're going to be stuck in gold. So take your time and actually think about what you're doing.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings.
So we finally arrived at the infamous Platinums. Platinum is about the rank where people think no one in the game is better than them, and they are literally gods. Well, I hate to break it to you, Plats, but the only thing that separates you from a gold is flying. Rotations wise, you still make the exact same mistakes as golds do. You often overcommit, are awkwardly positioned, and backpost rotating is something you're still not doing. Now, the other problem with Plats is that since they're going up in the air now, they seem to be running out of boost rather quick, making them boostaholics. Instead of going for an easily savable ball, they often just decide to take the back corner boost, leaving the net wide open, resulting into getting scored on. So, in order to prevent that from happening, I'd like to introduce one simple rule. Ball over boost. It's simple. Yes, you'll have more boost to save the ball when you get that corner boost. But there's no point in having that boost if the ball goes in before you even reach it. So instead, just go for the ball with fewer boost. Another important thing to keep in mind is to give your teammates space. Focus on where you should be positioned based on either attack or defense, and make sure to keep in mind to backpost rotate. Don't always go for solo plays and work as a team. With us now arriving at Diamond, we are slowly working our way up to the higher ranks of Rocket League. And that means that from now on, rotations are key. Diamond is around the rank where your ground mechanics are solid and you are starting to get really comfortable up in the air. You're starting to get a better grasp of the game and you are giving your teammates much more space. The one thing that makes rotations awkward in Diamond is hesitation. When you hesitate to go for a play, you break your momentum, which leaves you awkward on the field. This can mess up your teammates' rotations and your own, leaving your net open. Another thing that's very apparent in Diamond is weak defense. Now, this is often not caused by rotational mistakes, but more so by bad boost management. So my advice to any Diamonds out there would be 1. Manage your boost. 2. Stop hesitating. And 3. Work on your defenses. Now, defense can be strengthened by better rotations, so don't forget to watch replays and check if there's any lacking in your rotations. Next up is Champ. At Champ, mechanics are pretty solid and rotations too. And since people are now properly positioning themselves on the field, passing plays are a thing that are becoming more and more effective in Champ 2. The downside to all this is though, that Champs are often trying to be way too fast, making it so that the teammates can't catch up in time, and that means that they won't be ready for pass or for defending. The other downside to Champs is that they're now so comfortable with the basics of Rocket League that they'll often go for fancy plays, which might end up awkward if you screw up. This can also potentially make your teammate awkward, as they might expect a pass instead of you going for a solo play. So my first tip for Champs is to match the pace of your teammate. If either you or your teammate goes way faster than the other, you can't properly rotate, and this basically leads to you giving away free goals. So make sure to adjust your speed where needed and take your time for rotations. Also, don't go for crazy mechanics when there's no room to do so. Instead, check your teammate's position and maybe pass to him. In Champ, it's all about creating opportunities, and the best way to do that is via team play. Basically, to sum it all up, you should work on your decision making in Champ. Now, before I head into the next section of the video, which will be Grand Champions and Supersonic Legends, I want to make clear that I myself am not a GC or Supersonic Legend. However, the information I'll be providing you with will be coming from 2 Supersonic Legends who assist me in making videos. So, although I myself am not at that rank, the information I'll be providing you with will be accurate and will still help you. Also, if you're viewing this, that means that you made it this far into the video, and I quickly want to thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into this video, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video so far. I'm still trying to reach that magical 100 number, so it would greatly help me out. And with all that out of the way, let's head straight into the GC and Supersonic Legend rotational tips. Now, second to last on the list is Grand Champ. At Grand Champ, you've mastered most of the mechanics and your rotations are pretty solid. However, that doesn't mean that there isn't room for improvement here. A lot of GCs still struggle with decision making in smaller moments in game. This usually results into both you and your teammate becoming awkward, which could lead up to a goal if you are not properly defending or not rotating well enough. Another common problem with Grand Champs is that they are too much in the moment. Whilst you are still playing checkers, your opponents are playing chess. So stop living in the moment and start thinking ahead of the play. A good method of improving for this is watching your own replays back and looking for things you could have done different. Supersonic Legend, the highest rank possible in Rocket League. At this point, you've pretty much mastered the game as an individual. However, that doesn't mean that there's nothing more to learn. Supersonic Legend is where creating an actual team is going to separate you from the rest. Working together to get the perfect strategy for both defense and offense rotational wise is what's going to make you unstoppable in Rocket League. One of the main problems with SSLs in a team is that they're usually too far away from the play. So I want you to focus on being more in the play with your teammates instead of going back and trying to go for a fancy solo play. Most of the goals scored during high level Supersonic Legend gameplay could have been prevented if your positioning in critical moments would have been better. A good way to perfect your team's positioning is by practicing fast-paced passing plays. Doing so will actually perfect your overall positioning, because when your position is off, you will miss the pass and get punished immediately. You can alternatively train this by doing training packs which focus solely on redirects. This way, even if you can't practice with a team, you'll still be able to perfect your positioning on the field, since these packs set the ball up perfectly like your teammate would. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it, but boy oh boy did it take long to actually edit all this. I want to thank everyone who helped me create this video, and that's basically it. I'm out. So see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and bye!